Enough to knock me out, but I'm still holding the throne. You'll never know till it's over. So pretty it hurts. Just beware of the thorns.
Alright, hello everybody. I'm going to be reacting to Omargosh and his wife doing a ghost tour of the Missouri State Penitentiary. So if you're new and you like prison content, subscribe, share, like, comment, and let's get into this. Omargosh should do a pretty good job. Mindy watches him a lot, and he seems to be pretty good. So we see what he has to say here. Come on. All those noises, like it's supposed to be prisoners yelling and stuff. It's pretty much the way it was when it was operational, because there was no solid front. It was all bars, and it was louder than that though. It was just constant yelling, noise.
Alright fam, so we are on a tour with about, I don't know, maybe 20 people. So we're spread around. If you do see something, chances are it could be somebody, but we'll try to debunk it. I know that where we're at right now, we are alone. Everybody's in the, what is it, the D block? Or the death row? That's where we're going right now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's nobody in here.
The stories that they told us,
I know, it's crazy. Oh, look at the old payphone.
I know Three House had these payphone looking things with the phones in them. They're not payphones really, but they had. I know Three House had them. Two House had them. I'm assuming the other houses had them too. But they had these booths, you know, because sometimes people be waiting in line to use the phone, and it kind of gives you a little privacy, you know. So, but they do look like payphones. I mean, it is a payphone booth, I'm pretty sure.
For the prisoners. Is it over here? So I know some of you have seen my videos at Brushy Mountain, Tennessee Penitentiary. There is a prisoner that was there, and his cell is haunted by the name of James Earl Ray. He was the one who was convicted of killing Dr. Martin Luther King, and I spent some time in his cell. Did a 360 video. I caught the door moving on camera. Who's there? No, James Earl.
You know, James Earl Ray, many of us, we don't think he got out on his own. You know, we think he was let out. If you did any time at the walls, you would understand why he got out in a bread truck. The thing is, they searched these bread trucks, and it was like right, from my understanding, it was right before count. So they would have had counted everybody that was there in the bakery or wherever. So there's some that say he was let out, you know, and I kind of believe that myself. And some say that he was used as a scapegoat, that he took the fall for other people doing this, what he was accused of doing. But whether he did it or not, I believe he had help, and not from incarcerated people, if you know what I mean.
Ray was in this prison before the whole assassination took place. Now, I have mentioned it before, even people here that I've spoken with, that there could be a conspiracy theory behind that. I mean, we don't know.
So this is his room.
Now, I just heard too that he went somewhere and had plastic surgery to alter his appearance. Oh, these are his aliases. Eric, Starvo, Galt. I mean, look at all those different aliases. This guy was bad news. Some people saying that he could have been framed.
Well, from what she had said, he was here.
He escaped from
He
here.
escaped here in a bread truck or something, and then went from here, and then that's when he assassinated Martin Luther King. Got into Brushy Mountain Prison, escaped from there, went to Mexico, got plastic surgery.
Which you probably paid nothing for.
Right, and then where did he go after that?
Oh, look, there's some information here. Hey, that's my birthday. You know, aren't we somewhere?
There's always something on your
We were at a cemetery where this massacre happened. Well, and it wasn't a massacre. It was some girls died in a fire, like an explosion. Okay, look, yeah, he escaped in 1967 from here in a bread truck. Yeah. Oh, look, it says it right there.
So
Brushy Mountain.
did he get arrested? I mean, did he go back to Brushy Mountain Prison after plastic surgery?
I don't know. They say that he wasn't even given a fair trial. Like, it didn't even go all the way to trial. Like, he ended up dying in
I wonder
prison.
how accurate that is. That just lit up.
Yeah.
Maybe it was your camera. No.
I'm going to try to confirm this with the girls at Brushy Mountain.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Hey, are you here with us, James?
Wow. Look, you can see.
Yeah, this is his cell. Isn't that cool that
These cells, I can take my hands, stretch them out, and touch the walls on both sides. And you can see the toilet there, the sink. A lot of them was like that when I was there. But some of them were older. Some of them was just like pipes coming out of the wall, and curved up and flared out. And that was the toilet. That's what they looked like to me, anyway. But a lot of them would look like this too. And there's the bunks, beds, and you had the mattresses. At that time, they wasn't the foam mattresses like they got now. They was the big cotton mount mattresses. People tore them open, put things in them, so they was all lumpy and from being torn, and the cotton moved around in them.
Oh, look.
I swear I just thought somebody just peeked around the corner right now.
Omar getting paranoid.
I do apologize for some
Excuse me.
of the people. Those aren't ghosts, okay? I'm just throwing that out there. I want to give a massive shout out to the Missouri State Penitentiary staff. We almost did not make this video possible. Tell them what happened, bitch.
Okay. So what happened was, we come in here to check in, and this guy realizes that he booked us for next month.
Mm-hmm. We're only here for another day. And we stayed an extra day to be in Missouri just for this night.
Omar's just a little too nice here. The only reason they accommodated him is because Omar's a pretty well known, YouTuber, and they're hoping that he'll give them more business, people, more tourists coming in. That's my personal opinion on that.
And I want to show too that my phone's on airplane mode.
Yeah.
So I want to test it just to make sure.
It's on airplane mode.
Yeah. See, look, and it's not doing nothing. Nothing's
So
happening.
EMF meters could get a false reading next to a cell phone. So always make sure you put these in airplane mode. And I don't think there's any electricity on in here other than the fans that we hear out there. I did a 360 video at the Brushy Mountain Penitentiary in James Earl Ray's room, and I caught so much, including one of those doors. And mind you, those doors are very heavy. There's no electricity. I mean, you could see it in 360. I have a camera in all angles. There's nothing but an invisible force pushing this door. There is a possibility, I will say, because sometimes I will try to debunk things, that maybe the wind might have pushed this door. I don't know. It does get real windy in that part of Tennessee.
That's not closing.
Dang, you scared the crap out of me.
I'm sorry. That's that was funny. I think Omar's a little paranoid here. But it seems like he's trying to debunk things, you know, about the ghosts and stuff. Look, I've told other people this, and I'll always say this. I wasn't worried about dead people. I was always worried about the live ones, you know. And so, I mean, if there was ghosts there, if there was going to be ghosts any place, it's going to be there. But I wasn't worried about it. People talked about it once in a while, you know, they'd say this place is haunted or whatever. But I think most of them thought the same thing as I did, you know. The heck with the dead ones. It's the live ones, you know.
That was payback for earlier.
What did I do to you?
You scared me earlier when we were walking in the hallway.
Oh, I did a fake fart noise. Okay, so with Tiffany as my witness, we were doing the tour right now. I want to go back down there because the workers here refuse to go down there. In fact, they hate going down there. They went down there for 2 seconds and they left everybody down there and they said, okay, you guys are on your own. There was this young teenage girl that was down there with us and she had a seizure like twice.
Twice. And you know what? I'm kind of glad that she's not going to be here because I feel like, I don't know, with her like health being like
I
that.
felt so bad for her. I mean, she didn't even want to go down there in the first place, and you think it was my fault?
No, because the lady was helping her say, look, you're
Yeah,
fine.
she didn't want to go downstairs. She was scared, and I was like, hey, you got this. Like, and I gave her a little pep talk, and she followed me. She was like, I'm scared of the stairs. I'm like, hey, I'll catch you if you fall. Like, we'll be okay. There are other people here. We're not alone right now, so we tried to kind of wander off from the crowd. I'm going to use an app. I use it a lot. There's 2 different apps that I use. This second app is probably my favorite. If you want to use this app, there's a link down below in the description. We're going to go to channel 4. What should be our first question?
Who's here with us?
Okay. Who's here with us?
Chris.
Chris. Oh, look, that's going off. So I'm going to ask you a question. First of all, can we talk to James Earl Ray?
Can you see that?
Yeah, that's going off a lot. So James Earl Ray, I asked you at Brushy Mountain if you were guilty, and you said guilty. Are you here with us, James? No. What about the riots that happened here?
The riot I think he's talking about is in 1954. And, you know, riots don't just happen. They're not. There's always a reason behind them. And I think the one that happened in 1954, the reason behind it was the corrupt pro board as well as corrupt staff. So I think it was bad. You can look it up if you want and read about it.
Fire. Is there anything you want to say? Were you innocent?
Can you come touch this box in my hand?
turn the light off.
Oh.
Can you make that light go off right in front of us? Yes? Well, go ahead. You can touch it and make it go off.
I apologize, people. It's just, I don't think, if that's a ghost, you don't want to be telling him to touch it and make it go off.
Like vibrating a bit.
Go ahead, make it go off.
Maybe it's done in here.
Okay, are you done talking to us? Do you not want to talk to us anymore?
Did I say Omar?
Sounded like it. That thing was going crazy just a second ago.
You know what? I'm gonna sit back here and make sure it's none of this.
You want to go up there? I don't think anybody's.
You see how this scene right here shows this chain link fence and the different tiers? Not all places like that had the chain link fence. I don't know whether it was taken down or whether they hadn't put it up on all of them, but some places didn't have it. Just imagine the places that the chain link fence wasn't there, it's a long, if you're on the top walk, it's a long ways to the bottom. And I seen that once, but the guy didn't go all the way to the bottom. But
Look at these stairs. I'm hearing something. I don't know, maybe there's somebody up here.
you see the different paint in the cells. You may see different colors. That's because we were allowed to paint ourselves whatever color we wanted, however we wanted, as long as it wasn't hate symbols or anything like that. But so that's just different layers of paint, several layers. And there's the bunk beds again. There's the table. There's a towel back there. And you see this chain hanging down. That's for turning on the light. Sometimes it'd be a string. Sometimes it'd be like a little chain-like thing.
Look, cushions on the bed.
I can tell you right now, unless, as of 93, those cushions, those mattresses was not in MSP. We didn't have anything like that. It wasn't until I left MSP several years later they started using foam mattresses. They didn't have nothing like this. So this had to be, if this was original to the prison, it had to be after 93 that they brought him in.
You want to try it? Oh, I gotta use the bathroom.
Is that a bottle?
Probably. Hey.
The cord you see there, that's the cable that goes to a TV.
They say at the beginning of the tour, nothing
No
more
hot
than water.
Look at all these layers of paint. Probably all cracked because of the cold. I mean, and warm, I guess. It's very warm.
It's so hot here.
Yes, it's hot in there. On top walk especially, and in the summertime it's unbearable. I mean, literally, it's unbearable, and I think Mindy can attest to that. No AC, and then people in the wintertime, people on the bottom walk, the very bottom walk, they froze. I mean, a lot of times they wake up in the morning, their toilets be frozen over.
Oh, I just felt really cold. You feel it?
It's hot.
You feel it? Feel right here. You feel it? I'm telling you, it was like a cold
Where'd it go?
spot right here. It was right here. It was a really cold.
I can look. There's a breeze somewhere. My hair's blowing. But where is it?
Maybe there's a window open.
Wait, where'd it go? It's gone now.
All those windows are closed. Is there a window open?
How literally be more? I know it's like
Yeah, all these windows. Oh, maybe it was coming from that hole. Maybe. So, Tiffany didn't want me to really mention this right now. In fact, when I started asking her about it, she was like, no, don't record this. I don't think anybody's going to believe me. I felt her kind of get nudged into me, and I thought maybe she tripped over something. And, I mean, it wasn't even that. And she was like, oh, wow. And I look at her back, and she got 3 scratch marks.
Yeah, she got some red marks on her. From something. Tiffany, you sure you want up against the fence? Come on now.
You got scratched, babe.
right here, right?
Yeah, there's 3 scratch marks. Are you serious?
Yeah, don't even put that in video. We started walking and it was just like so hard on my back to the fence. I'm not even kidding.
Like, what exactly did you feel?
Look.
Oh, look at this. You're not allowed to follow Tiffany or I home, okay? Are you evil?
Omar, I don't think you're going to be able to tell ghosts what to do, you know? They do what they want. I assume they do. But you asked if he was evil. There was a lot of evil people back then. But there was a lot of people that committed violent acts because they had to. It doesn't necessarily mean they was evil. They had to. And when I tell people the place was violent and bloody, that's not really giving a good description of it. I mean, the place was bad, and I say it's it was the place, not the people. You know, it's just the way things were.
If you're not evil, swipe that thing up to red again.
Are you just lonely?
Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. It just keeps going. Were you trying to get Tiff's attention? You're still on airplane mode, right?
Yeah. Let me make sure. Yep. Here we go.
So I'm trying to find the exact place where Tiffany got touched, and I believe it was right around here. What the hell's that noise? What was that? It sounded like shuffling. Okay, so we just confirmed with the security guard upstairs that there is nobody down here. We're in the bottom floor. This is the area that the workers refuse to come down, especially alone. There was a story about a young girl coming down here after 4 years of working here. She came down here and her flashlight stopped working. And when she went back upstairs, finally found her way. She was pale in the face. I guess she had seen something so horrible down here. What This place is now haunted, and I just heard something coming from this cell.
Whoa. You see that toilet sink there? They didn't have any of those. That's new. So that had to be put in after 93 too. Like I said, the only toilets we had was kind of like the ceramic ones, like you saw earlier. And the ones I was telling you about that was like a pipe that was flared up that you sat on. But yeah, these had to come in after I left there. But because they wasn't there when I was there, that I know of. And they're in 3 House too, and that's where I spent a lot of my time, was in 3 House. So, you know, I know it pretty well.
It's going. Hold on. It just was there.
There it is right there.
Ooh. Just went right and disappeared.
Oh, look at that. Can you make that noise again for us?
Some of those activity. Yeah. They said that you see a lot of like
quick stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a really off energy about it in here. Yeah, check this out. Like, all these ceilings are like really high in here.
Do you think it's so that they can't hang themselves?
Oh.
Because this is death row.
That's not gonna stop them. And like I said, I kind of hinted at it earlier. I seen a guy that used sheets when he left the top tier. But the height of the ceiling or anything like that is not going to stop anybody if they want to harm themselves or others. You know, it's not necessary that the person did it to themselves.
Well, no, because they probably didn't give them any sheets or anything. Who knows? Maybe their clothing was different. There had to be prison guards all down. Look, there's a separation for where the prison guards would be. Like that outside area right there. It's like another hallway. That's weird. It's so uncomfortably quiet.
They said the name of one of the shadow people is called Big Man.
No, Big Boy.
Big Boy.
Big Boy, yeah. Big Boy, you down? Oh, you saw Big Boy?
Yeah.
Big Boy's down in 3D though.
Oh, that was a tall.
There was something tall down there?
Downstairs, it could be up here too.
Hey, Big Boy, you down here?
Don't be calling for Big Boy, though.
Big Boy!
Might get something you don't want.
Are y'all gonna leave me alone? It's all good. I'll go by myself. It's just me and you, Big Boy. I'm not here to cause you any harm. Just wanna maybe tell your story. Hey, Big Boy, were you here in this shower area?
You don't want to look for Big Boy in the shower area. I'm sorry, Omar. Did you?
Ooh. I got a little dizzy right now. A little lightheaded. Is that you, Big Boy? You're not allowed to touch me. Not allowed to touch my lady either. So I walked in that area where maybe the shower is. Actually, you know what? Without me even saying anything, I'm gonna let you walk in there. Tell me what you feel.
Okay, hold your box.
Okay.
The thing's hurting my arm.
I didn't even tell Tiffany. You let me know if you feel anything in there.
Oh God, you suck. Okay. I don't like it.
You just don't like it?
No, I feel like dizzy or something in there.
What? Wait, what did you just say?
No, I feel dizzy.
That's what I felt.
I don't know, it's weird.
I felt dizzy. Like you felt dizzy in there, right?
Yeah, like so when you walk right there, you just kind of like go.
Guys, look. Scouts, I don't know how to do the Scouts honor thing. Like, I didn't tell her that I was dizzy. I just told you she was way behind me.
I was down there talking to those kids.
It could have been anything. She could have said a cold spot.
Maybe it's just the.
All the bars, maybe?
Yeah.
Do you think they used to like mess with some of the prisoners that were down there? Maybe try to spit on them or something?
Oh my God, is that cells down there?
Yeah, I think so. Is that bad?
I don't know, I can't tell. I don't think that is.
Maybe not.
No, that's not.
There's a lot of paint on there. They call this 3D. Oh my God.
Yeah, 3D. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's where they put the ones who were going crazy. But I was down there somewhere. I can't remember what one I was in, but they put me down there for 5 days. I couldn't see nothing. Lost all sense of time and days. And it was just dark, and they let me out after 5 days. I'm glad I didn't do any more than that.
So we're all the way down here. They went in a little bit before us while we were kind of exploring off on our own with our phone. I did an Instagram story. He said that he was sitting right here on this windowsill, and he seen that tall figure at the end of the hallway over here. Did you try to talk to him?
We asked him if he was with us, and he said yes.
Taking pictures? Mm-hmm. Hey, big boy, you down here? Did you do something bad? I think Big Boy was convicted of something he didn't do, but he became bad later on. Do I have that story?
That's true. There's a lot of people, whether they were innocent or guilty, they do things in that place that they normally wouldn't, and it's not because they wanted to. It's just because they had to.
Are we right, big boy? Or did you really do something bad? I don't think you're bad. But I do think you were probably running things down here. We're in the basement, but there are windows down here. I'm going in the direction of where they saw this figure. Now that poor little girl didn't even make it this far. I don't even think the workers like going this far in. What's over here? Oh, this is an entrance from the outside. It's blocked off. You gonna come say hello, big boy?
That kind of looks like one of the. That's a shower, but that kind of looked like one of the cells I was in. Of course, I couldn't see it, but it had a block like that with a mattress on top of it.
God, it must suck to be in a prison like this. Like, okay, this is where they see him, big boy. Bro, is that a swastika?
When we went there on a tour of the place, we passed this cell, and this black guy that was next to me, him and his woman, they said, "Look at that," and she thought we was talking about the swastika, but we was talking about the marijuana leaf that's right next to it. In fact, I think that's the first thing we noticed. She's the one that noticed the swastika. We didn't even notice that. We was looking at the big leaf that you see there.
Good day. Want to ask Big Boy a question? What would you want to ask Big Boy?
What did you do to get into jail?
That's a good question. Big Boy, what did you do to go to jail? Or what were you convicted of? Say that again? A fight? A fight? I keep hearing fight. You hear fight?
It was a fight. They probably put him in that basement. I mean, it might have been what got him convicted, but I think it was the fight that got him put down there in the bottom of the treehouse.
What keeps making our meters go off? It said them. Right here? Are you right here behind us? What touched Tiffany? What touched Tiffany a little bit ago? Oh yeah, what's your name? Ben?
He's saying Ben and Emmett. If anybody's done time there that knows of Ben or Emmett, please comment, let me know about that. Because that could be anybody. I'm sure there's more than several Bens, you know. But another thing that I should say is that it wasn't just prisoners that was violent. It was also guards. Way before I got there, there was I think it was Lieutenant Atkinson got murdered, and the guards pulled all the blacks out of the cells, beat them, threw them down on the bottom walk. You know, they had them stacked like wood, and the warden denies this, but I had ex-cons and convicts both tell me about this, and I'm going to believe them over the warden any day.
Was it Emmett or Ben? Ben, okay. Space. Okay, you want space. Dude, it's so dark down here. I can't even see it. There it is. Can you make that light up for us? Do you like the darkness better than the light? No, you're not going off anymore. Can you use your energy? Go touch that K2 meter. Big boy. It's so weird saying that. Is it weird that my eyes adjusted to the dark? Yours did too.
She'll warn somebody. You're gonna touch my house.
Don't be saying touch your box. That just sounds wrong. In a prison that's operational, and now that it's a museum and you guys are looking for ghosts, I wouldn't be saying that.
Did you just say touch my butt?
Said box.
Oh, okay.
Touch what's in my hand, not on my money.
See, she made it clear. It's a good thing.
Hey, big boy, if you're in here, why don't you make that meter go off? You can just touch her a little bit. Give it a little touch. Did?
I remember there was a couple sitting in that thing and they're not there anymore.
No, I never even seen a couple there.
I know I seen a couple there.
You said you see a couple there?
I thought I seen a couple there when we got in here.
I don't see anybody in here but us. This thing's not going off at all. You guys are straight savages walking in the dark. Yeah, I'm gonna close the door right here for you. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Do not close all the way. Yeah, these old prisons, these doors can lock up. And I hope that little girl's okay. Please say a prayer for her. Oh, it's scary down here. Oh, what does this say? R.I.P.
See the light up there I was telling you guys about earlier? You pull like a chain or a string that turns it on. And like I said, sometimes people would go in other people's cells and fill them with gas and oil or kerosene and oil. And then when they they went and screwed it in all the way, and then when the guy came back in his cell, he tried to turn it on, and it wouldn't turn on, he'd get messing with the light bulb, and boom! Now it's got a bunch of names on this.
Hood ninjas, I can't read what that says. R, June, DD, Lil C, Lil Mike, Hook, Tony, a whole wall of RIPs there. Did that happen in here? What? Like, how did they agree? Like, with what? They're not allowed to have, like, sharp objects. Maybe
I'm not allowed to have sharper objects, but we got them. Trust me, they're going. If somebody wants a sharper object, they're going to find one. It doesn't matter if it's allowed or not. It's just the way it is.
So, you kids that think you have it bad at home, okay? Be happy that you have a toilet seat. Because these guys, yeah, if you have to go caca, no toilet seat. And if you got a messy roommate, that's right. You're going to be sitting on his, Where are those kids? Is that how we get out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you see something?
yeah, in here. I feel like there's something following me. They put all the bad mofos down there. That was death row, where we were just at. You stay down there. Good or evil, you're not allowed to come back home with us. You stay right here. This is your home. I do want to show you something kind of cool. So look at this. This is like another stairway to go down there. Did they?
Door here?
I don't know.
Yeah. And they already turned the whole light off.
Yeah, look at this. It's like the control. Cool. I think we stayed a little far behind. We maybe get locked in here. That happens a lot to us. Just to give you an idea, it looks like a freaking castle. Look at that.
Yeah, the place did look like a castle, and I tell you what, seeing this again, it brings back memories of, and I can just close my eyes and just see all kinds of stuff. It's all, most of it's bad. But, I mean, some of it's good, but most of it's about violence and.
Man, it's a full moon tonight too. Now we weren't able to go in that side over there. That's open, or it's going to be opening next year. They're doing some construction. But yeah, there's our group right up there. They do have police here too to kind of protect the place. So this is the outside of Missouri State Penitentiary. We do have something really epic to share with you right now, but we have to drive there. It's around the back. Tiffany nor I have ever seen what we're about to see now. I'm sure there's several of you that have never seen a gas chamber. And no, we're not talking about the deadly gas that I shared with Tiffany that kills her just a little bit every time I let it loose.
You know what's funny is I literally thought that.
Did you?
No, but I didn't say it.
Gas. No, on the real though, like we're going to the gas chamber. Look how high these walls are. It's legit like a fort. That's where you want to go if there's zombies.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Walking Dead happens. We coming to Missouri.
This is completely disconnected from the prison. You can see right here. Yeah, this is where they did the executions. There was 40 total. One of those 40 was a female. I kind of waited for everybody to leave, but yeah, this is the viewing area. Oh my gosh, look. They would do double executions. That's insane. But yeah, this is the gas chamber. I believe there was one person that had a lethal injection in there. Oh wow, look, there's even like I don't know if that's a toilet or something. That's crazy. Wait, are these all the people that died? Oh wow. Okay, this was a terrible story. This made headlines worldwide. These individuals right here kidnapped a 6-year-old boy, held him for ransom. They got paid $600,000 from a wealthy family, and they brutally murdered the 6-year-old boy.
Within the first hour. And the family paid the ransom, not knowing that they had already murdered him.
Wow, I wonder what happened to that money.
I don't know, but that's definitely a story that we should look into.
I wonder if they were executed together.
Good point, because she was the only female that they executed here.
So these are not replicas, ladies and gentlemen. These are the actual chairs that people actually died in. And there's the buckets right there in case they like use the bathroom all themselves.
When they do. When you die, your body automatically does. Like, you automatically release your fluids.
Look at this. Yeah, this is a legit gas chamber. Look, right there. Is that where it comes from?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Wow. Could you imagine sitting here and like just taking your final breaths? It's not a paranormal feeling. It's definitely just a
sad feeling.
It's a sad feeling, especially the people watching from the other side. Because you know damn well the parents of that little boy were on that other side watching those two monsters. Yeah.
But look, is this where they twirl to release the gas, or no? That was what locked the door.
That would lock the door.
Yes. The red angle over here is the word pull, and there were trays underneath the chair, and the tray would drop, and that's what the cyanide tablets were. They slid off into the crocks. Crocks contain sulfuric acid and warm water, and that's what released the gas. Wow.
Okay.
5 to 7 minutes for them just to come to that gas.
Would they just fall asleep or they just like choke to death?
They fought to the last second.
Really? So
Rushed as long as they could.
it's not an easy death.
Oh no, it's a gruesome way to die. It's a chemical burn from the inside out.
Oh, man.
Breathing in a chemical burn. And immediately it chokes off your esophagus.
Would you say,
Just viral.
are they still doing this type of
No, we
vaccination?
do not. No, we do not have a functioning gas chamber anywhere because this is the only one. And they still have the gas chamber on the books in the state of Missouri, but we don't use it. It's now all lethal injection. All
Okay.
lethal. We did one lethal here, and then they actually moved the entire death row out of Jeff City. We don't house them here at all anymore. Even at the new facility we have, that was in '89. We moved it.
Yeah, the last person executed there at the walls was when I was there. It was Tiny Mercer. It was lethal injection. And I believe it was the first lethal injection in Missouri. Then they moved it to Potosi and started executing them there. But now they do the actual execution involuntary because the guards was complaining they was getting to know the people with capital punishment and it was affecting them mentally. So They moved him to Bonne Terre. They stay in Potosi, but they're executed in Bonne Terre.
To Potosi. They actually house him in a facility in Potosi, just death row inmates only, and they take him to Bonne Terre. That's why they actually do the executions. But the only guy that was executed here by lethal or by injection was George Mercer, the one on the end. Okay. Well, that man later on got some time in his case file.
This was the last execution in 1989. So if you look at some of these, I guess that was a capital punishment at one point, and you would get executed. This guy was, man, that's like my son is going to be 20. Like he was so young. When I look at some of these pictures, I can't help but think that some of them, at the very last day, were saying, "I didn't do it." They were frank.
22. He's got tears in his eyes.
That's what I was looking at.
I
I feel like his eyes are just sorrow.
I mean, look at him. He's so sorrowful looking. I mean, it's heartbreaking for a guy up here that looks like he's a minister, like he's got a collar. No, he got into a fight, and somebody tried to slit his throat, so they just wrapped it up, brought him on down, and executed him.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he got in a fight and got his throat cut, so they didn't want him to die from another prisoner's hands, so they wrapped his neck up and brought him down there and executed him. That sounds like Missouri. They make sure you're healthy before, you have to have a checkup and everything before they execute you. So I've always wondered if he wasn't in good health, are they going to postpone it?
These guys though, I have angry sympathy for them.
There are quite a few books written about that story, and I'm going to tell you it's one of the most interesting things you ever read. I mean, they were raging alcoholics. She was a prostitute. He was a convicted felon. He had spent time here already, and they hooked up, and he's like, I've always wanted to kidnap somebody.
All right, everybody, that seems like that's all of it. I'm glad that Omar and Tiffany didn't sit in those seats. I remember when I was there on a tour with the family, people were sitting in those seats taking selfies and smiling, and I just think that's in poor taste to do that. It's just my opinion, and so I thank them for not doing that, and I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.